do a refresh. Yes, and we should be back. So yes, I was saying that I am actually very excited by the oil biome. I hope that I will find oil reservoirs, and I hope I will find, well, I'm looking forward to finding out whether there is magma or a frozen core down here. I've never seen a frozen core, so that would be interesting. Welcome to the chat room. Hello, Petar. Okay, that one's really difficult. Petople... Pet up let plet. Okay, that one's hard. But hello and welcome in. Pere? Fair enough, Pere. Welcome in. It's lovely to see you. I hope you're having a lovely day. It is a tongue twister, even in my native language. Fair enough. What is your native language? Pere? Did something happen that Streamlabs is not telling me about? Let's check Twitch. No, we're all good. Oh, hang on, Twitch. Twitch. I've just realised that my Twitch monitoring is also busted. Give me 1 second. Oh, I've been in here. It was a cool stream. Chill. I am glad. Bulgarian. Ah, exciting. Not a language I know anything about, which is true for a large number of languages, but less in the European language. So, Pere, that will do. It's lovely to have you here, and I'm glad you're having a good time. Do you remember much about where you found oil reservoirs before? I mean, in the oil biome? Spoonwood? Not sure, like any sort of surrounding tiles. They're usually open, so they usually have carbon dioxide around them. Ah, so that might be a trick. That they might be in the carbon dioxide bits. Fair enough. Well, I'm just gonna dig out the whole thing. So, but yes, that is a good tip. They could well be in the more carbon dioxide bits, because yes, they don't tend to be dug in. They tend to be in the open. Oh, we've got this volcano as well, haven't we? We do need to do something with that at some point. How are you doing, Shovels? You haven't yet given us any eggs. Get on that. Right, let's set this cycle sensor. Active duration. No. Active duration is 10%. And we would like to set you off like in the middle of the day. Ideally. Because Prophet is going to be awake in the middle of the day. And that is what we care about. Is Prophet awake to hug the eggs? Well, this has... Alright, spoke too soon maybe. This is still alive, but struggling a little bit. Oh, well that's a problem. They keep having to come and get the chlorine because of the bleach stone. Right. Well, we don't actually care about the chlorine very much. So let's change the sweep. We don't care about chlorine and we don't care about carbon dioxide because they'll just turn to a gas. Won't they? I don't care about crude. There isn't any crude in here. In fact, the only thing I desperately care about is brine ice. I know, Spoonwood. This map is super easy mode. I was saying a little while ago that I might have to do the challenge again sometime in my own time to... Oh my god. They've already eaten through all our dirt. You see, that's why these are set to quite high priorities, because shovels. They just eat so much. We will, once Life of Steel is trained up, get them to build an auto sweeper to help this out. But yeah, no, it is definitely the challenge on easy mode, I think, a little bit. I mean, we've also got Cool Slush over here, which, although not as warm, is pretty warm. I have an iron volcano here that I could just open if I wanted, I guess. Should we just open the iron volcano? We could do. I mean, it's going to be a little while before that's a problem. I don't know, chat. Are you excited? Yeah, just open it. Spoonwood's excited. That's fine. That is reason enough. Let's just open it. Oh, we might spill some water about the place, which would be a little bit unfortunate. But, I tell you what we'll do. We'll get them to dig just that bit out, so that we've got a tiny pit for some water to fall in. Is this all brine ice? How much brine ice have we got down here, people? What is that sweep order on then? Oh, chlorine. I told you not to bother sweeping the chlorine, people. Brine ice I do want you to sweep. But we don't have to sweep the chlorine. It's fine. It'll just turn into a gas. I have seen a way to close them recently as well. Spoonwood. So I think I can do it now. We don't care about the carbon dioxide. Don't bother sweeping that. Oh, let's just cancel all of these. Oh. Oh, I can't cancel. Cancel all. Thank you. Right. And then I want you to sweep just the brine ice out of here. Cheers. There we go. What's this that we're sweeping here? Is it brine ice? No, it's chlorine. What did I just tell you? Leave the chlorine alone. I don't care about the chlorine, people. Just sweep the brine ice, and I'll be perfectly happy with that. Cheers. Everything else we can worry about later. How are we doing for food? We're doing fine. We've got these hexlants now that we can just bash up and get if we are desperately in need of them. Oh, apparently we've just eaten all of the food simultaneously. Seems unlikely. Yeah, no, I think maybe they just weren't able to access some of it for a minute, but that's fine. You gonna give us eggs? Soon. Soon. I can't get it because I planted a thimbleweed. I suspect that we would have it if I hadn't planted the thimbleweed. Let's have a little look. Where is it? Locavor's further down, isn't it? No. Locavor. Oh no, it thinks that I still haven't... No, apparently it doesn't care. It's still got a green tick on the no farmed plants. I mean, I definitely planted a seed in a hydroponic tile, so I might be able to get it. Because it seems to believe I still have no farmed plants. So yes, we might well get it. Because we're only like 20,000 calories away. I mean, it says planting. Like, the tooltip literally says planting. So, I don't know. Would be my answer to that question. Because the tooltip does literally say, don't plant them. Right, they've cleared out all of this. So let's open this up. And get it analysed. And then we can go back to building our electrolyzer, which will heat our base very effectively. Ventilation. I'm out of gold amalgam. Oh, I'm not really out of gold amalgam, is it? I've just cut off all the ways that I could hit gold amalgam. Right. Would you please show us your base heat and gas overlays? I am curious how you were doing. I absolutely will. Like, I've thought it stupid that you can't make non-farmed plants and still get it, since the achievement is not food. Who can say what goes on, Spoonwood? Some of the achievements are a bit weird. I will certainly show you in just a second, Pera. Oh no, that'll be fine. You'll be able to dig that out. What am I doing? Printables. We'll almost certainly take the Drecklet. Yeah, we don't want any of these other dupes, so we'll definitely take the Drecklet. The Drecklet will almost certainly die, because they're very difficult. I could keep them contained down here. Should I keep the Drecklet contained? We might do. We might do. Let's add Drecklets. Yes, keep it. Right, wrangle this Drecklet. Let's say it's wrangling nice and high. Oh, no, it's alright. Profit is coming to do it anyway. So, heat and gas overlays. Heat. We don't have a lot of heat still. It's still very cold in our base. We do have water, though, so that is helping out massively. This is starting to turn to ice, though. So, we might have to reconsider our evolution chamber. But yeah, so we have water. That is our only real source of heat. Oh, it's really cold. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it's really, really cold. But because we had both of these, we've been able to generate water, which has been super. We're going to have this in a second. That'll also help us. Cool slush here. Combat. Did we never kill the other hatch? Oh, well, that's all right then. We'll get some more food then. Now, I don't know if the Drecklet will be sensible enough to keep itself alive. Because it probably needs to stay down here to be warm enough to live. They don't have very good heat resistance, cold resistance, if I remember. Dreckos. Yeah, it might really struggle. Because, I mean, it could come down here and be livable, but if it's determined to be up there, it's gonna die. What's her temperature right now? The Drecklet. She's at 60 degrees right now, so she's fine. But yeah, she'll have to hang out down here, really, to keep herself warm enough. So we'll see. We'll see what she does with that. Oh, look. We have shovel eggs, which means I'd like to power this incubator. Okay, so water is coming here. This is getting dug out, so we're going to have some more gold amalgam. One got trapped in the door. There was only one. I only got one Drecklet. I don't know what door it could have been trapped in. Oh, that egg? How did you get in the door? Oh, they obviously spat on the door. Let's wrangle that. Oh, it doesn't have a drop-off. Right. So that's a thing we need to build in here. Yeah, expelled dirt and then it dug through it. Right. At least it hasn't escaped. We are going to make a quicker drop-off. We'll make it out of copper, whatever. There we go. Since we're a bit short of gold and I need to use it for things now. And then once we've built this, can we build this? This is important. Thank you, Emily. Why is there some copper in here? I don't know. Probably brought too much when we were doing this. Thank you, Neo. Then we're going to set this, 7, whatever, to shovels and volpups. Because we might want volpups in the end there. And shortly, Prophet's going to have a sleep first. But after Prophet's had a sleep, they should come and sort that out for us. Lovely. Life of Steel is one step closer to being an electronics engineer. So we'll see how well that goes. They're still getting on with this, but that's fine. We're not in a huge rush. We're in very good time for the making of oxygen and things like that. We're certainly not super worried about that. There we go. What have I just made those on? A 6. Ah, whatever. That's fine. How are we doing for time? Oh, it's only 9. It's only 7 o'clock. Cool. Let's see what everyone is doing. Yeah, I want everyone to be focusing on doing this, really. It would be nice to see what is in that. Right, lovely. We got these moved back over there. We've got a food shortage again. Ugh. I was surprised to learn that ice blocks had enough decor to be a great haul item. I knew that about marble blocks, but I didn't expect ice blocks would work that way. Well, I suppose, considering that you can only make a mediocre sculpture out of them, that it might be like a bonus. Since this is only plus 30, but the block itself is plus 20. Maybe that's like the bonus you get with them. But yes, I can't remember why I noticed. But I think I noticed on the Rhyme playthrough for some reason that we could actually just use them. Oh no, I think I noticed when I did my like 5 cycle trial of this, because I realised I couldn't build plants or anything, and you need metal blocks or marble blocks, which are quite a lot further down the thing if you don't have a sculptor. But ice, apparently, is absolutely fine. This looks like more water. It is indeed more water. It's one of those maps where everything is water. Okay. I'd quite like some more metal volcanoes now, I think. Or some more volcanoes, generally. Yeah, we're not gonna give anybody any more skill points. Thank you. Right now, that's all fine. Should we get this dug out, please? Get these 2 done. Thanks. What's entombed? No, it's alright. Whatever they entombed has been immediately fixed. Oh, I think it says it's been lullabied. Lovely. That's all we need to know, is that it's getting its little cuddle every time it goes off. Cool. So that's the point of that cycle sensor here. Essentially what we've done is we've had this only on for like, I mean 10% of the day is a reasonable amount of the day, but it's only on for 10% of a cycle. It comes on in the middle of the day when we know that our rancher is awake, so that they can come and lullaby the egg, which increases its watsits. That critter in the door's annoying me. It definitely tackles my gamer's OCD, which is different than real life. In my opinion, most of you would understand what I'm talking about. Missing or different blocks, critters stuck indoors, NPCs T-posing when you're looking at them and becoming normal when you turn your back to them, so you can only see it happening on the edge of the screen, and so on. Indeed. at least the critter being stuck in the door is an intended behaviour. So, you know, there are worse things. But yeah, at least that one's intended behaviour, so that makes me slightly happier about it. And not some nonsense bug. Like, I'd probably rather you didn't stand under this as it went off, but we are going to try analysing it at a 7 once Emily's finished with this, and we're going to hope we don't scald her to death. I wonder if we'll actually be able to create mass here, because obviously it's not as hot. Oh, well, maybe liquid chlorine will help us create thermal mass. Interesting. Hadn't really considered that as an option, but... Games give us OCD. I don't really think so. Also, being a bit obsessive and is not the same as having OCD, and often even Tourette's. What I would say is that both of those things are very specific disorders, and although certainly with obsessive compulsive disorder, the words both obsessive and compulsive have regular everyday meanings, it does not mean that you have OCD. It just means that you are, you know, interested in stuff being tidy. Unless you are actually desperately worried that something terrible is going to happen if things are not perfect, then you're probably okay. And perhaps should not be comparing yourself to someone with a debilitating illness. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And is gentle enough. Especially the Tourette's. Are you just telling me that you swear a lot at your games? Because, you know, when I am not on stream, I certainly swear a lot at my games. And it's certainly, as I think I've talked about it before, that it was in no way a deliberate... well, as I say, we look to be very inclusive here, so we look to not say things that might be upsetting to others. But yes, certainly it wasn't a deliberate decision to not swear in my streams, or not swear very much. I do swear sometimes, but it just sort of happened. So that was a thing that I didn't particularly expect to happen, to be honest. Not wise, neither nice words. Indeed. That certainly can happen when gaming. But we do our best to be indeed comfy here. That is a good way of putting it. We try our best to be comfy for everyone who might stop in to watch us. It can be tricky, everyone makes mistakes. And being comfy for everyone is a very complicated thing to get right, but we try. It is much more than that, Maverinthia. Absolutely. But I suppose it is the most recognisable form of the ticking of Tourette's. You enjoy imposing order on your asteroids, Pera. Are we gonna have to murder some shovels? I mean, we might do. They have laid eggs. I think I'd like them to, ideally, if we could hang on till they lay a second egg, I think that would be pretty good. I cannot get on with Factorio. I think I need the cuteness of ONI. I think that's what my problem with Factorio is. It doesn't have the cute factor. Also, it has completely unnecessary enemies that come and attack you. You don't need to be attacked by enemies. I can't remember ever rage quitting any of these. I mean, my game rage, my last ONI playthrough rage quit on me. The dev of Factorio is terrible. I know nothing. Cannot comment. I just know that even with streamers and YouTubers that I really like, I just can't even watch Factorio. Oh, can you turn them off in Factorio? I did not know. But yeah, I just can't even watch it. I don't know why. It just bugs me. In some way that I don't entirely understand. So we are having a slight... Oh, don't take all the polluted ice away. Right. We need to deconstruct this. Ah, yes, absolutely. That would be a slightly different thing. Like, as I say, obsessive and compulsive are both things that you might be without having obsessive compulsive disorder, which is kind of the complicated thing in English. You know, I don't know how that would be in other languages, but certainly in English it's really difficult. That one's a really complicated one to be meaningfully, like, respectful of, because we use all those terms in English to mean things that are sort of component parts of having OCD, but are not the same as having OCD. So, like, that one's... I always understand why that one's difficult. Because it is complicated to understand how to talk about that when we use obsessive and compulsive quite correctly to mean specific things. Let's look at this. Okay, so this is going dormant very soon, so we don't have to worry about the fact that we opened it. But we'll get a little bit of iron out of it, so that's nice. Right, I've destroyed the polluted ice thing because I want them to instead put sweep only polluted ice, no, liquefiable, in here. There are games you enjoy watching often as much as playing them, but some are play only, and I have several theories, some conflicting to each other, but still don't understand what the reason is. Or there's more than one, and it is different for the different games. Absolutely. I agree. There are games I watch, but don't play, and there are games I play but can't cope with other people playing. Which doesn't necessarily make loads of sense, but it is kind of the way it is. Let's just take some aluminium ore. We're having some problem with this, in that we can't strictly, I guess it'll warm up. I hope it'll warm up. Can't play RimWorld, but enjoy watching it. Let's see if I can think of ones. Can't play XCOM, but I quite enjoy watching it. That's definitely one that I can't play, but quite enjoy watching. I can watch Don't Starve Together, although I was surprised of myself, as I was sure that I wouldn't when I checked my first stream. I haven't watched any Don't Starve Together. I've played a little bit, but I haven't watched any as yet. But yeah, definitely XCOM is one that I've watched quite a lot of, and with specific streamers, but you know, streamers I enjoy. I can watch XCOM, but I can't play it. Why are you glum? You haven't been groomed. Prophet, what are you doing? Why isn't it grooming the critters? What are you up to, Prophet? Yes, go groom. I love watching people play Age of Empires 2 and commentary on it, but I can't play it to save my life. Fair enough. Is it also that you don't enjoy playing it, Squeakers? Because that's what I really find, is that every time I try and play XCOM, I'm just like, this is so boring. Why do I want to do this? To which the answer is that, in fact, I don't want to do this. But I do quite like watching some people play it. We're definitely having a problem with maintaining enough heat down here. We'll have to think about what we do about that. Oh, actually, I don't really want. Let's put you on a thing. Oh, this one's in the wrong place as well. We're not doing very well with these. Cancel. That one's not very well placed. Okay. Food shortage. Yes, that is a food shortage. Fair play. Oh, we've still got a Hexlant here. I can watch it, but for no longer than an hour. Or when it is some really developed base and the stream is good, 2 hours max. Fair enough. I can watch it. It's one of those it's very chill. I mean, I do find that I have to, the amount I have to like extend effort to not backseat people when they aren't very good at ONI is quite a bit. So for the people who are less good at it, like, I struggle a little bit to watch. I do like to try it from time to time, but I'm just like but obviously I have no interest in being that person who's just like, why aren't you doing the thing? So yeah, this turned to ice. Age has a specific way to play in a specific metagame. And if you don't do right stuff at the beginning, like X number of people gathering berries, X no chopping wood, at X time you build farms, you are likely to be behind eventually. Depends on the level of play, but most players know the metal rules, so it makes it not fun and requires too much practice. Did you not show the gases materials overlay? I think I might not have. I might have only shown you the temperature. So here are my gases. As you see, there is good and bad backseating. Absolutely, but I really have to struggle to not be, you know, this is about the only game where I'm like, why are you not doing the thing? Oh my god, do the thing. So I mean, I obviously don't do that in chat, but I do it in my head. So then I'm like, this is not something I wish to do. So this is my gas overlay, as you can see. This is my liquid overlay. Ooh, currently have a little bit of polluted water in there, but it's still not holding very well. You can see where we've got some carbon dioxide that's struggling to be in liquid form. Minerals, we can have the mineral overlay. Looks like that. It's quite nice. There we go. Well, I just like, how much dirt do I have? I had like 300 tons or something when we started with the shovels. So I now have cultivatable soil, still over 300 tons. So the problem is just the speed at which they are eating it versus our ability to bring it to them. That is our current problem here with the dirt. I need to keep my backseating also tame. I tend to do too much of it. But I think that's fine. Like, people who know that, like, if I find myself getting too frustrated by someone doing certain things in the game, I stop watching them. Because, you know, that's a me problem. That's my problem that I'm having there. It's not their problem. They're just enjoying the game. So, you know, when I say I do this, it's probably a bad idea to follow since I want to see chaos. I'm getting more concerned about your food situation. There's still more wild food on the map, I think, but it's getting grimmer. I've been watching a lot of ONI recently and find that even when someone is asking for help, backseating is weird since learning is part of the game, and if I tell them something important like the vent is hot, they've missed out on killing a base or saving it with installation tiles. there is definitely a line, but it can be difficult to tread for everyone. So as I say, that's why for me quite a lot it's, I try and think about things being my own problem. You're worried about my food situation. Well, I mean, okay, I haven't got anyone. Everyone is named. I'll put you on a list. Why is Max still showing up as Max? They're not. They're Life of Steel. They're just determined to show off as Max here. Yeah, all my duplicates are named. Let me write Okayim down so I remember. Okayim next name. Okayim next name. There's also a special breed of streamers. They count on you to hold them by the hand, and not only when they start playing, some of them want it from their viewers to tell them what to do next, how to play the game. Probably some hope that this way they'd be giving the people what they want. And I can kind of get that, although I can't enjoy such streamers. I've had the I want to figure it out myself, don't spoil it for me, but then people aren't reading the guides or worse, ask questions and then still don't want help. I mean, if they don't want help, that's fine. I mean, the thing is, with all of that, is all we can do, either as chatters or streamers, is do the thing that works for us. And then if you're in chat, you kind of have to accept, like, and I do as well, regardless of what chat I'm in, that that people just are going to do things their own way. I mean, I'm terrible for not reading the guides, Spoonward. And then some games like this, I watched all the guides because I knew it was a game that I would only enjoy if I could be decent at it. Sushi Cat Yum does not read guides. I mean, I often have no idea what I'm doing when I'm streaming, but first I want to try, and then I'll ask specifically what I want help with and accept it. I watch a streamer who has a safe word for pointing out when the questions he's asking are not rhetorical, but he actually wants chat to help. Because his like mannerisms. Oh, this is actually starting to create thermal mass. Amazing. His mannerisms when he is streaming are to talk to himself all the time and be like, what about this? What about this? What about this? So in order to make it easier for his chat to know when... Well, that's how he does it, Dot. So he speaks in question mode quite often, but he will tell you when he wants an answer because he has a safe word which he uses, and when he uses that, that's the sign that I want the answer. I'm not just thinking out loud. And I think you have to accept that if you are streaming, like, you have to talk all the time, like, or a lot, or I think you do anyway. For me, it isn't too hard. Like, we have the occasional things where I'm not doing so well on having a little chat with you all. But as you know, mostly I don't have too much problem in just nattering along endlessly. But, if you're playing games, one of the ways that you're gonna... Yeah, unless it's chat, how do I do this? Don't answer. One of the ways that you can talk all the time as a streamer is you can do your thought process out loud. And lots of people's thought process is, what if I do this? What will happen? Well, what about this? And how about this? And is this going to kill me? And you just have to accept that if that's the way they talk... Oh, wow. Look at this disaster area. It's pretty funny. If that's just the way that they talk, they don't want the answers all the time. Unless they're specific answering for them. Now, that might not work for you. But you as a viewer don't have to watch them. you know? But they get to be lazy. But it's not like, it's not a big deal for people to be like, hey, you know, imagine you were teaching someone the game. Imagine you were sitting with a friend who was playing the game. Would they check the controls, or would they be like, hey, people who know how to play it, what am I doing? Help me out here. You know? And for some streamers, that is how they are experiencing playing the game. You know, they're experiencing it as, like, chat is here as my mate to help me learn this new game that I'd like to learn. Woohoo! My friends never actually check the controls. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, you always get the option to be like, this streamer's style doesn't work for me. There are definitely viewers who like helping with everything. And like to feel very involved in the stream. In those ways. So, absolutely. Yeah, you definitely need to control your community vibe, Pera. I would say that that's one of the things that I have been working on quite strongly here, is making sure that our community has a very specific tone, both from me and from the community, so that we can experience those things together without pissing each other off all the time. Now, if I piss you off, that's really easy, because you don't have to watch me. I mean, I would love to be the only person on Twitch and have all the viewers. But that isn't the way that Twitch works. You all have loads of options for other things to go and watch. But I only have you. Unreachable food, but 0 calories. It just means that nobody... yeah, Emily, it's time for Emily to eat, but Emily can't get to the food. Because there isn't any. How are these shovels doing? Because if they lay a second egg... Oh, they've nearly laid a second egg. When they have laid a second egg, we're going to murder one of them for food. And that's going to help us sustain our food. We're just going to have to eat the meat for now, because I still don't have a cook. Time for Emily to eat, indeed. Fair enough. We've driven up everyone's stress quite a lot by them being hungry all the time as well. Unfortunately. Where is this? Oh, there's a hatch here. And an egg. Oh, let's kill this hatch then, because it's laid an egg, apparently. Let's murder this hatch. Murder, murder, murder hatch. Thank you. Hatch. Good, someone's coming to murder the hatch. I'd also like them to get the egg. Ideally. Let's make... We'll just make a bin. It's fine. Since there is an egg there. Critter eggs 7. 2 hatchling eggs, 2 shovel eggs, and a Drecko. And what do you mean there are 3 Drecko eggs? Oh, well, let's move our Drecko eggs down here as well. Enjoy walking your dog, Squeakers. I hope it is lovely and that you both have a lovely time. Let's put a bin down here and we'll move some of these eggs into our warm thing. Prophet's a bit freaked out. Thank you very much, Squeakers. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day too. Ooh, a snazzy suit. That'd be good, because there's no way we're going to be making snazzy suits for God knows how long. If only you weren't narcoleptic. I mean, and also if only we had calories. But I mean, having a cook at this point might be worthwhile. I mean, yeah, don't get me started on the hot tub thing, because I have a very different view than a lot of people, which is that, like, it's absolutely fine. And they are selling their labour in exactly the same way that I'm selling you my labour. No, narcoleptic is fine in ONI. Narcoleptic is not that bad. But we don't have any food, and they are narcoleptic. And they're also a decorator, which I already have. And there's a snazzy suit here, so there's loads of reasons to not take them. Let's give Emily a snazzy suit. We're going to give it to Emily because Emily is the most in-based dupe, so the other duplicants will see her the most. Is generally how I work that out. So researchers and things usually get the snazzy suit first. No, this egg doesn't count, does it? Because it's in the thing. So yeah, we're gonna wait for one of these. I think it was funny when Salford Sound labelled her stream something like hot tubs while playing on it, did she? Yes, but sex work is work just because everything that we do is a labour of our body. You know? That's how I feel about it. RKM. Like, the whole point is that, like, I am selling you my labour in exactly the same way that the people in hot tubs are. There isn't actually a distinction. The distinction is completely arbitrary. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it. I have very firm views, yes. But Emily does get pretty, Emily. As I say, I like to give my researchers the suit because they're more often around the centre of the base, so other duplicants will wander past them on the regular. Wow, we still haven't found the bottom of this. This is cool. Let's carry on. That's fine. We can most certainly agree that we don't agree, as long as we can also agree that it's my stream and therefore my opinion rules. Wow, does this ever end? Exactly to what Max said. I know you agree, RKM. Yes, so, I mean, that's one of our advantages. So once we get these shovels to give us an additional egg, you must have as well, we must have a... Yeah, there's another egg there as well. We could kill them if we need to. Because then they've produced, for each shovel, we're producing 2 shovels. Which is not too bad at all. How far is this egg? Nearly ready. So yeah, you see, if we're doing that, it's not too bad. We do have a lot of stress. What are you stressed about, Prophet? Hungry. When you're not hungry. That is a lie. You've got 2,000 calories. Low morale. Oh, well, they're not going in the thing often enough. That's what they're mad about. Because they've had trouble getting enough food. They haven't been going in the Great Hall to get the Great Hall bonus. That is one of the problems we've got there. But as they are able to go back in the Great Hall, eat some meat... No, Kaylee. I see what you're trying to do there. Please do that from the other side. Thank you, Kaylee. That should start to make them feel a little bit better. So now we've got 2 adult shovels. We've got a Volpup. Got another egg in the incubator. Got 14,000 calories of meat. I don't have any idea what you're talking about, Pera. Almost worth considering using the skill scrubble. Oh, to reduce their stress? Nah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Just need to keep there being food. Slowly and surely, we'll be fine. Let's build some... Yeah. Look, we're starting to build up thermal mass down here now. I think it's just someone I don't know. I could also get a cook that way. I mean, that is true. just about keeping this liquid. It's a struggle, but I think we're getting there. Right, oxygen. Let's have some electrolyzers. Your English is a lot better than my Bulgarian. That is certainly the case. Food shortage. I mean, that's how much meat did you eat, people? Was that necessary? But yes, we can, if necessary, kill another shovel at this point. Nobody is starving. That's a lie. Where are you, Life of Steel? Just come back and get some calories. There's plenty of calories hanging around. Oh, we haven't moved all these eggs. That was the thing I wanted to do. So, critter eggs, hatchling, and drecklets. Let's just turn it straight up. And they can put all the eggs in here, because there's a couple around the map. Ooh, profit. This isn't profit, this is Neo. Profit, where are you? No, that's still Neo. Profit, what are you up to? Low morale. Are you still bad with your morale, Profit? Oh, Profit's actually the one whose morale has been tricky all the way through. Let's look at the skills. Profit. Yeah, Profit is the one who doesn't really get above 12. What is it that everyone else has? Oh, it's because you're a rancher, so you only get 2 from interesting skills learned rather than 3. I mean, you're still missing 1 on, like, Emily, for instance. Oh, well, her decor's better because she's got the suit on, I guess. What can we do about that? Oh, interesting. No, that's cool. I don't really watch a lot of Just Chatting. There's a couple of people I occasionally watch who do it, but no, I mean some of the people who do it are really, really good and like entertaining, and you could listen to them chat for ages. So yeah, oh, there's nothing. There's neither magma nor like ice, which was probably what I expected. There's just nothing. Well, that's interesting. Unexpected. Well, for me, maybe other people expected it. But for me, that's quite unexpected, but interesting. Wow. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's really interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Why don't you build the ladder? Oh, I see why they won't build the ladder. Hang on. Oh, man. I love it when I watch them climb the poles. I mean, RKM, I hope that makes some sense to someone who's not me, because that doesn't make any sense to me. What's going on here? What's going on with my chat? Refresh chat. Has my Streamlabs crashed? Am I live for you people? Oh, hello. Hello, Streamlabs. Hello, can everyone hear me? Because my Streamlabs just had a freak out. But apparently, like, it didn't affect my stream, which is a bit odd, but sure game. Right, Profit, we're gonna have to do something about you. Everyone, it's fine for everyone else, it's just me this time. Well, that makes a nice change. Corpse Husband is a streamer that was famous for playing Among Us with Sakuno and crew mid-pandemic. Oh, I got into a bit of, yeah, it's just me. It was just Streamlabs not working for me for a second. I got into Yazzie. He's a British streamer. Because she was playing Among Us with like Hafu and Bloody and all of those people during the pandemic. So that was, and she does quite a bit of just chatting. And that was how I got into her. Why am I building these doors? Massage room. That's what I'm building. I knew there was a thing. I'm giving in. I'm going to build a massage room. But yeah, like, yeah, Among Us led me to a couple of just chatting people as well. Which is interesting, because it's such a game that you can't really commentate on it. You really don't like those massage tables. No, I'm not a big fan of having to build the massage tables, Bitter. I came here originally for Nilaus playing Factorio and Beat Saber. There was one person that I used to watch play Beat Saber, and he was really good at it. And I had a little bit, like, in the middle, probably quite early in the pandemic, where, like, for me, everything was incredibly, like, over-stressful, and I couldn't, like, I was really having some troubles. But watching him play Beat Saber was, like, the closest I could get to that feeling of being in the zone as, without doing it myself, without playing the thing myself, as I could imagine being. Because he was just so good at it, and it was just amazing to just watch someone be, like, super at something, if you see what I mean. And it's, like, hypnotic. So that was how I got into a bit of Beat Saber for a while. But eventually the like, anime music got on my nerves. Started watching a couple of just chatting streamers after two sitters who are both good streamers and chess players who got into in real life chatting. I would quite like to have VR. However, I have we're out of food again. Right. One of you is biting the dust. This one. Please attack this one. However, what am I going to say? Something about VR. Oh, yeah, I've been told that a problem that you can have with a VR is that if you suffer from motion sickness, you can get motion sickness. Yeah, you can get VR sickness. And I suffer quite badly from motion sickness. Ah, cool. Oh, you watch some chess streamers. Now there's a game I can't watch on Twitch. Like, I can be interested in it, but one, I'm not good enough at it to really follow it on Twitch. What else do I need for this to be a massage room so we can make this a bit better? Decor item. That's it. We just need a decor item. Okay. Let's have some sculpting blocks. Sculpting blocks? Yeah, should be fine. Granite. There we go. I mean, we've even got a sculptor, so... Belgium will start soon, but quick update. Spain beats Switzerland on penalties. Wow. Switzerland have really overperformed. But also, Spain have been a bit hot and cold, so I'm not necessarily surprised that that was a bit of work for them. I also get motion sick easily. The way to go about it is to, one, put on a fan to trick your nervous system into thinking it's moving. in real life, and 2, playing games that are rated comfortable, which means you're mostly stationary in the game so your body doesn't think you're poisoned. Was a weird penalty shootout, 2 misses versus 3. Not VR, they are using, yeah, no, the different, so, yeah, no, I understand that, the other thing is different, Petra. An unemployed game character who's decided to try streaming on Switch. That is a pretty cool, if you're going to use the avatar thing, that is pretty cool to come up with a whole backstory for it. I like that. I guess the other thing I would often have is buddy buds. I'd often have some plants to reduce stress as well. VTubers. That's the thing I couldn't get my brain around. There we go. So this should be a massage clinic now. Excellent. So that should help them feel better quicker. Cool. Okay, did we put all of these eggs in here? We did. So let's now turf them out of here again. Thanks. Why are you hiding in the corner, my friend Thea? Are you a VTuber? I have seen your streams once or twice. But this is going to be a thing, though. But, I mean, there's a question of how much it matters. Do you recommend building tons of storage bins so the map isn't littered with stuff? I recommend building automatic dispensers and dumping all of your stuff into, like, one place. One could say that, yes. Yeah. VTubers are just streamers who use an avatar. Right, what's weird with that? I don't think anything is weird about them. Use Pez dispensers. God. That's retro, Spoonwood. I don't think I've thought about Pez dispensers in God knows how many years. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I don't... Okay. I'll go and check her out. There's VTubers and there's VTubers. Oh, I have no idea about that. I mean, sometimes I watch people and they have avatars and, like, often it's fine. Sometimes the avatars are interesting, like the tech behind the avatars is interesting. I don't know why, but I've called the automatic dispenser a Pez dispenser for a while. Right, we're just going to take some salt water out of this. No worries at all, Pera. We will see you again. I'm glad you had fun. The automatic dispenser is kind of like the greatest thing since the invention of sliced bread. I mean... Bye, Pera. Lovely. Right. How are we getting on here? We've got some food. Still need to get a cook at some point. We're dealing with the stress. Our massage tables are dealing with the stress. And it's all good, really. So let's go back to this. Yeah, we're still, it's not working super well. Like, I like to use storage bins always to sweep up items from a geyser or volcano by placing them near it and using sweeping. But an automatic dispenser is faster and more efficient. I will often build storage bins, yes, nearby a thing I'm doing, yes, that's true. I will often build storage bins nearby a thing I'm doing, so that they have a nearby thing, but I will often deconstruct those bins later so that they can move the stuff to wherever I have designated as drop-off for stuff. How would you compare how bad breaking points are with this game and RimWorld? I don't understand the question, Pitta. Can you rephrase? So let's continue with our oxygen, which I'd kind of forgotten about while we were thinking about something else. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it. Building entombment. Why is this entombed? Oh, we've dropped a bunch of stuff down. Well, that's fair. Oh, we finished the top. How are we doing down here? I don't necessarily want to dig into all of that because we'll release a whole bunch of hydrogen. Not that that's the end of the world. Can breaking points be more detrimental to the colonists? Oh, for the duplicants, I see what you mean. I have had them. I would say, in general, no, they're not as bad as RimWorld. But the problem with your duplicants getting stressed out is that once they enter their stress reactions, they stop working. So we had a colony die because our cook became too stressed out and because we were hungry. But then we had access to things that we wanted to cook. But then because the cook was stressed out, they wouldn't cook it. So then, like, we all started to starve and stuff went horribly wrong and people died. So, they can be bad, but they are rarely, you know, RimWorld bad. Like, they don't go around murdering each other or anything like that, so... But usually in this game, if you are really stressed, you're really stressed for a reason. If your duplicants are really stressed, it's usually because you're doing something pretty dangerous with them. Like, you know, the line I am walking with the food is pretty... we're walking a pretty fine line with the food, to be honest. And certainly not what I would recommend as a sensible way to play. So I hope that makes sense for you. Right, we will need some gold because lead will melt here. So we'll make some gold. We won't need much though. We'll need to make a battery and a large transformer, and that'll be it. Because otherwise we can just use lead. So let's build. Let's dig this out. And we'll start doing some actual digging down here to free up plenty of lead and all sorts of things. They are dropping stuff down this ladder a lot. I mean, it does make me happy to have the ladder, but we might need to have some solutions for that, which I might need to think about later. Because, like, this is a bit of a problem. What map is this that is this cold? This is a mod map, Chthonic one. This is a mod map called the 100k Challenge, where everything is 100 Kelvin. So as you see, pretty cold. But yeah, so we're doing a challenge, a mod challenge. And then after this, we're going to set off into the DLC. But, yes. I think it's fair to say that I really enjoy cold maps, so I'm having a nice time. I haven't played any Kenshi. I've watched a little bit of Kenshi, but I haven't played loads. It hasn't made me excited enough to want to play it. Oh, Pera, you have to subscribe to post links. Nightbot will ban you. Well, it won't ban you. It just deletes your links. It also deletes everything else. I'm sure I don't mean... Did you post a link, Pera? Links are not allowed in my channel unless you are a subscriber, because I have to keep the aggravating follow bots out. Also, it's worth noting that if you use a full stop in a weird way, sometimes Nightbot thinks it's a link. We have had some problems with Nightbot believing things are links when they're not. So that could also have been your problem there. But worry not. It's just a deleted message. It's not a big deal. You're not timed out or banned or anything like that. It doesn't go on your permanent record. You didn't post any links. Yeah, no, we've definitely, when we were testing it, when I was trying to work out when and how it went off, we did discover that it considers all sorts of random things links. But I think that's Twitch rather than Nightbot. Because also, like, if I do this, I think... Go away. Yeah, you see? Twitch thinks this is a valid link. So, I think that's actually a Twitch. No worries. I'll see you again. Bye. Have a lovely time. I'm afraid of typing. It doesn't really do anything. It just deletes your previous messages. So, you know, it doesn't prevent you... oh, does it give... Oh, no, it gives you a 5-second timeout, which, I mean, whatever. Nightbot. But yes, subscribing is the way to get out from under Nightbot's boot when it comes to that. But yeah, I think the weirdness of it is Twitch, not Nightbot. Because as you see, Twitch believes that this is a link that I typed earlier, which, you know, whatever, Twitch. So when it catches people for not links, that I think is on Twitch and not on Nightbot. Oh, we have unreachable food again. Oh, man, how are we getting on here? Don't necessarily want to murder more of my shovels. I mean, we could do. How many shovel legs do I have? 3? Oh, no, those are shovels. 4. Problem is that all chat from that person is purged too. I wish there was a way to delete only one message. Yes, the map does look so clean, Neo. However, mods and therefore bots should be able to delete individual messages and not all of them. Twitch nor Night don't bother to do a domain verification check to see if the domain is valid first. Absolutely. I don't know why it purges the entire thing. I don't know if I can fix that. Maybe I'll have a look at it at some point. Right. We are going to find some sandstone biomes to go and have a hack into so that I don't have to murder more hatches just now, if at all possible. You need to spend your points. You need to spend your max value points, Pera. And then we can absolutely name duplicates after you. So, yes, let's have a little investigate in here. Okay. And see if we can find... Is there any... There's no cracks up there, so that's fine. See if we can find some stuff to eat. Am I paused? I am paused. I don't need to be paused. You should press the, I think it's called name generator. So if you click on the little avatar of Max at the bottom, there's a name generator thing. And then it will ask you for your name, and you can just put it in. And I will get a notification, and you will go on the list. So we've got OKM as next one. It's at the bottom, just underneath chat. And there's a little avatar of a bloke called Max Value. If you click on it and use name generator, I will get a message. You will go on the list, and we will have you and OKM in when we get some more duplicants. Which we'll definitely get 2 more duplicants. We'll get loads more than 2 more duplicants, but we'll get 2 duplicants as soon as we get our shovels running a bit better. Now, I do have to, however, check Twitch to see if that is functioning. Okay. Because apparently Streamlabs is being Streamlabs. For the joy. Right, people, we coming down here? Yes, there's somebody coming down here. Lovely, that's what I like to see. I know, you're all stressed, whatever. Let's get them to dig out here as well, because that will encourage more of them to come down here. So we might be able to get into the digging a bit quicker. Yeah, they keep chucking stuff down the bottom of here. What we'll do is we'll set up a sweeper down here, and we'll just move everything up into infinite storage when I have infinite storage. And that will be cool. Aha! Absolutely, Pera. I will add you to the list. You are... To people you're explaining how to do it, that they should scroll down. But it was a rare moment of me thinking, maybe I only want people. Thank you very much. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Pera. Pleplet. Play. Hang on, am I doing this right? Yes. Lovely. You're welcome. Next name. Cool. So remind me, because it might be tomorrow now, chat. Remind me that I have a list. That is okay. I'm gonna have to type it. That's gonna be exciting as well. But yeah, remind me when we get new duplicants that I have a list. Because you know me, I might well forget. So we're still doing okay. Some people have some unreachable food. But nobody is starving yet. There is no need for that. Nobody is starving yet, so hopefully we can just about survive this. Okay, our Volpup has grown up, which is also good. Because now this one can also... No, not this one. That one's 27. This one, which is 5, can also begin reproducing. So that's excellent. We are gaining a little bit more stress again because people aren't eating, but we do have a, you know, an option for that to get sorted. Have you gone dormant? Ah, oh, you've gone dormant. That's disappointing. Oh, and its next activity isn't for 81 cycles. Our dream of oxygen is dead, chat. I mean, there is another one over here. This one's dormant as well. I can't believe the dupes are still hanging on. They're resilient. Pacu! Oh, I want to keep the Pacu. Oh, I also want the researching doctor and cook. Oh, actually, or the researching farming cook. I probably want the researching doctor and cook. Oh my god. Decisions. Absolutely. Give me 1 second, chat, and I will be back to make this decision. You can discuss amongst yourselves Pacu, Barney, or Nails. We don't have a cook or a doctor, and we would like one. But Nails is a loud sleeper, whereas Barney only has good stuff. Pacu. I will be back in just 1 second. Alright then, what have we got? Spoonwood, definitely going for the Pacu. I can keep them alive. A reminder that my pronouns are they, them. The tank is definitely warm enough. You can sustain a stable water temper. Pacus are an excellent steady source of food. Alright, everyone likes the Pacus, so we'll go with Pacus. I also like Pacus. Now, just before we take the Pacus though, we are going to take the Pacus. I want to... We're going to confuse the thing for a minute because we're going to just build a little thing across here. So that we can drop, we can convince the Pacu to just sort of flop along here and drop down. It will briefly get in the way of our, what's the thing? Like, ladder system. But we're just going to get them to do this so we can get the Pacu out and get them down. Because this should definitely be close enough that they'll just happily wander across. There we go. That's made. So we can now accept our Pacu. And as they get printed, they will figure it out. Because Pacu are smarter than duplicants. Oh, loads of people are trapped. It's fine. Pacu are smarter than duplicants. They're going to be over here. No worries. You see what I mean? Look at this. Pacu, much smarter than duplicants. Straight in there. Lovely. Right. Now we can deconstruct these two. And that one. And that one. And we can build another one back just there. Thank you. Oh. apparently I've deconstructed the power wire as well. I have some interesting questions about why. Is my deconstruct on all? Buildings. Buildings. Yes. So now we have Paku. How are you two doing? You're doing alright in here? Lovely. How many eggs do we have? Shovel eggs. We have 4 currently. It's not too bad. I think it's 10 to 25 you have to maintain for all morphs to survive. No, I think they're... maybe for the gulp fry. But this is... I mean, it's currently about 40 degrees. But this is set just to keep it to 20. So actually we haven't been spending... Handily, we haven't had to really spend any power on the tepidizer. Which is nice. Is this still active? Because we might actually want to consider breaking this line for a little bit. Well, no, that sitting in there is sort of fine. Well, they'll overpressurize in a minute. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So yes, we've got some Paku here. Let's have a look at Paku. Paku. So they will live down to -20 and up to 80, but they like to be 0 to 60. So let's look at the gulp. -30 to 5, but they will live up to 25. So we can't really keep gulp fish in here. They will probably die if they happen to spawn a gulp fish. I wouldn't be surprised if they're tropical Paku. What is the... Hang on, I can have a very quick check. Where's the thing? No, other Google. Other Google. What is this? Oh, adverts, I see. Paku, Paku, Paku. So it only needs to be above 35 degrees C to increase the chance of a tropical fry egg, which the water is. So we might well get tropical Paku the next generation, which are actually slightly better than regular Paku because they have higher decor. They're prettier than regular Paku. So they are very slightly better. Yes. Yes. So if they, I think the Paku would be fine, but if they lay a gulp fry, it will probably die. Yes, it's probably too hot in here for gulp fry, unfortunately. But that's not too bad. We'll get more out of the pod. It'll be alright. Are we getting some food? We must be getting some. What was this? Some muckroot. We are digging up some muckroot then. Hatch! Wrangle this hatch. Let's see if we can take this hatch to our hatch storage place. Where is it? Hatch storage. It's up here. We got hatches selected. We have. Lovely. Oh, the Drecko's still alive. Are you not too cold up there, Drecko? You might need to be murdered shortly, I'm afraid. Tropical Paku aren't better for the Critter Whisperer achievement, and you might want Gulp Fry if you wish to convert, absolutely. Your temperature is a bit low, but we might have to kill this one. Or the hatch. I don't know if the hatch has had an egg. Neither of them have laid eggs, so I would rather not kill them if I don't have to. But we do have some starvation right now. And we have some calories though, so equally that should help. I wonder if we got that hatch. We'll have to check at some point. Right, this has still got some cracks in it, so let's dig that little bit out. And there's a crack over here. Might be muckroot. You're doing very well, Life of Steel. I must admit, like, sometimes I have kept my Pacu in my polluted water tank, and I actually find the fact that they turn some of my polluted water into clean water moderately aggravating. Because I'm like, that's why I have a polluted water tank. Still haven't learned the difference between livable and comfortable range. Is there even a difference? I have no idea. It might affect their happiness if you're trying to breed them. It might be if they're tame and a bit too cold, you lose a notch from their reproductive thing. That would be a guess. Oh, I'm still on the be right back screen. I was obviously excited to come back. There you go. Thank you, Emily. I was obviously just excited to come back to you guys. I was quite interested to see how you'd feel about the duplicant. I'm not surprised that you wanted to take the Pacu. We were talking earlier about how chats like to see chaos, but mine really doesn't. Mine is a very small c conservative chat in some ways. In that you quite like to see me succeed at things. So on the whole, you want to take the sensible option, and I'm the one who's like, nah, it'll be fine. Let's do some stuff. Which I think is quite an interesting alteration of the regular chat streamer dynamic. You only want a little bit of chaos, I see. That is reasonable. Yeah, no, I was just thinking about it, thinking actually, you know, chat's advice tends to be quite sage and reasonable. And then it's me being like, oh, we could do this thing. Apart from occasionally, but it's always really obvious when you're trolling me and just being like, yeah, just do this, it'll be fine. So we can all be happy together when the chaos is resolved. Absolutely. You know, you want some excitement during the journey, but you definitely want to reach the destination. That seems completely fair, Emily. Are you happy in there, Pacu? You are quite happy in there. You'll be fine. Oh, there's Drecklets everywhere. Did we wrangle that hatch successfully? It looks like we've currently got 2 hatches and a couple of hatchling eggs, so I think we successfully wrangled that hatch from over here. So we are slowly building up a little menagerie of creatures, which is sort of nice. Oh, look, there's a thing right here. Let's go and look at it in case it's exciting. Are you exciting? Let's go see. I don't know what priority I set that on, but I also don't care very much. Oh, help. Oh, I wonder if we could... In fact, do you remember we were talking about opening up this cool slush? Are you active? No, you're dormant as well. Everything's dormant right now. It feels like everything was active right at the beginning of the map. And everything is now going into its dormancy. Like, this is dormant, this is dormant, this is dormant, this is dormant. This is dormant. Yeah, we've got a lot. I think the saltwater one is dormant. Yeah, we've got a lot of dormancy going on. I mean, the carbon dioxide vent is overpressure, but... Oh no! Oh, look! Excellent! Excellent. Let's go get it. Let's have a look at priorities. Now, these ones I want to be a 6. This is important digging. This is the digging for food. I don't know what everyone's doing currently. you're making the very long trek. At least you can go up and down the map quickly. I mean, I realise that I've done the thing again, where I've like, oh look, you can go up and down the map really easily. And then I've just dug completely to the sides. Sorry, duplicants. I know I'm a pain. What are we gonna do? Life of Steel has some unreachable food. How long are you gonna take? Oh, you're nearly hatched as well. Good, good. I know you're hungry and you can't reach food. We're working on it, Life of Steel. We're working on it. Okay, so now I want to build a battery. I hope at some point we actually built that gold. We did. Amazing. Gold. Hydrogen generator. I know that we can't actually use this yet, but we might as well build it. Oh, actually, we're building all of this at a 6. We don't need to build this at a 6. We can build it at a 5. All things considered. And then we're going to want some airflow tiles along the top here. Lovely. And above that, we're going to want a whole bunch of other hydrogen generators. Excellent. I'll get on with that at some point. How are you doing down here? Oh, there's more hexlant over there. Amazing. I'd also like you to dig through to underneath this hexlant then. And then we will have, in fact, we'll have a ladder that goes up here. Since we can reach from this hexlant, more hexlant, also some muckroot up there, noticeably. More hexlant. I'm interested that we haven't got the locavore achievement, because that makes me think that it was, I did break it by planting a thimble reed, because we must have... Oh no, it says I've got it. It just hasn't given it to me. Which I think is completely fine, because I don't think I should have it. But yeah, for whatever reason, it hasn't given it to me. But we definitely did locavore, if you like. I wonder if we will... We might even... Nah, we're not going to eat that many calories. For carnivore. No, people are starving again. That's not ideal. I don't like it when people starve. How are you doing? Reproduction's 30. Do I want to kill you? Might kill this Drecko. No, we should kill the shovel. Let's attack the shovel. No, cancel. That's the Drecko. Let us kill this shovel. Oh, we've got some calories. Cancel. Cancel. The shovel can be reprieved. Yeah, we've got some calories and we've still got 3 pieces of hexlant. Oh, there's another one there. Amazing. Right, we're going to need to dig that out. This can be on a 6. No, I don't believe in your starvation. It's too late. There we go. Oh, look. Here. I don't care what's in there so much. Go and dig out these. Sorry, Kaylee. I know you were just doing what I told you to, but go and do something else. Now loads of people are starving. Alright. We're not having that. Come here, shovel. I'm afraid you're foraging. Interesting. Your reprieve is over. You're getting attacked. Let's, can we turn that attack up a bit? So that people actually do it? So that we can, you know, eat them? Excellent, that's it. Combat. Excellent, Prophet. That's exactly it. Meat for all. At least, The advantage of shovels over hatches, apart from that they're insanely overpowered, is also that they don't eat each other. So if you did this in a hatch ranch, the hatches would just eat the meat. It's very annoying. Alright, how are we doing in our little digging out over here? Oh, everyone's too busy eating currently to come in for a little, I don't have a cook, Kaylee. I don't have a cook. This is a terrible place. Yeah, I don't have a cook. So, no, we're not cooking. We're just eating the meat. I could get a cook. I should probably get a cook. Oh, oh no, that's just chlorine. Here was me hoping it was more natural gas. But we have found a chlorine vent. So, you know, that's not exciting at all. But it's a thing you quit. Oh, well, that's not necessary. Look, I built massage tables. I even made it a massage clinic. And everything. Oh, I've built my kitchen in my dining room. This is supposed to be the kitchen. God damn it. Well, my drowning pit doesn't work anyway, so I can just rebuild it. Printables. Oh look, you can have some omelettes. We'll definitely have omelettes. Yeah, I don't want any of you anyway. Omelettes. The massage clinic is definitely a bonus. I'm glad. Right, let's demolish some of this, because like... Oh, actually... Yeah, we will do. Because, like, I meant for this to be the kitchen. If I remember now. Can you move slightly further along? We'll also deconstruct this kiln. It's not doing anything super useful. Hang on. Cancel these ones. Is this a 6? I don't need it to be a 6. No, make it a 5. Right, we're going to move our potential evolution chamber. How are we doing for temperature? Is it actually warming up in here at all? No. Having a big pool of hot water making 0 difference as far as I can tell. Where's Prophet? Why aren't they hugging this egg? Prophet? Where are you? What are you doing that is not egg hugging? Oh, you missed out on hugging the egg, which means I wasted power. And the egg didn't get hugged. Sad times. That's all I can say. Where is Prophet? Oh, on the massage table. I see. I see. That makes sense then. Nope. This one can go away. How big is this? Because this was going to be the Great Hall. Oh, it's a little bit too big for a Great Hall, but not much. It's pretty good. Maybe I should build a bigger, we could make this, if we change all of this out for obsidian, we could make a wider drowning pit. I mean, is there any reason why not? Just to use up the back of the room, because I mean, what are we going to put in here? Literally nothing. Cancel that. Deconstruct that. And make this obsidian. Yeah, because I don't really understand what I'm going to do with that tiny little bit at the back. So I might just make... Is this 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it is. So I can make a 4 tile wide drowning pit. Might be easier to keep it water as well. If we make it that big. because we'll have a bit more mass in there. We have got some salt water. What is the freezing point? I mean, not that minus 7.5 really helps, but if we could get another thing of salt water, that might be nice. Excellent. Look at all this food we've got now. Hexlent's amazing. I would like to say that Hexlent is completely nuts. Do you know what? I'm going to build some grills. Just so that one day we can cook. What are they in food? Oh, this is the wrong size. Well, how have I managed to do that? 8, 9, 8. Oh, right, fine. Oh no, this one can't be the wrong size. God damn it. Because if it's the wrong size, we can't use the goddamn sweepers. I could do. I can make it work. I can make it work. Cancel. I will make it work. Let's build a grill. There you go. We can't use it, but we will have one. Do you get headaches due to a lot of rain over there by chance? We had rain non-stop all week with no sun and constantly have headaches. One, it doesn't actually rain that much here. It's one of those myths. I know I'm not doing the right thing, Spoonwood. I love how much it offends you all the time, though. It entertains me. But no, I have never found rain it gives me a headache. I did have a headache the other day and was like, why have I got such a headache? And then I discovered it was because I'd left my ring light on all night. I know you were, Kaylee. But it's true. I'm completely doing the wrong thing. Spoonwood is you know, Spoonwood is completely correct that I'm doing the wrong thing. But I don't care. This is the problem that Spoonwood has, you see. The problem is that I don't care that I'm doing the wrong thing. The thing to remember is that optimization is a choice. It's not a necessity. We don't have to optimize. Oh, Life of Steel has become a mechatronics engineer. That is amazing. Now, there is a thing. Hear me out. But have I collapsed? Nope. Nope. I'm completely fine. I know. It offends people, but as I say, we have to keep things fun. Probably regular rain isn't even considered rain in the UK, only heavy floods. I mean, the truth is, Emily, that I live in the eastern part of the UK, where actually the average rainfall we get isn't super high, either in quantity or in number of days it rains. Now, if you live in the west, like if you live in Ireland or Wales or on the west coast of England, it does rain a lot, because I've lived in some of those places, and it rains a lot. It's true. But the idea that it rains a lot in London is in fact a myth. It doesn't rain very much in London. There's large parts of Italy, the south of France, Spain, that all have higher rainfall than the UK. Both in, well, not the UK, than London. Both in terms of quantity of rainfall, because we certainly do get a lot of, like, it's just drizzling. It's not really, I mean, we have loads of words for rain, because we have a whole bunch of rain that is just like, there is water in the air as much as, you know, it's actually raining. I didn't get it, Spoonwood. So look, it says, I'll show you now. No, not this one, this one. Where are we? I was looking at it a minute ago, actually. Look, it's both ticked off, but it hasn't actually given it to me. So I don't know about that. I mean, to be fair, I don't think that I should have been able to get it. But it believes that I don't have farm plants. But I think it also knows that I did farm a plant. Yeah, I think it's a little bit buggy. Like, whether I got the achievement has come to the correct outcome, because I don't think I should have been able to get it. But the description of whether I should be able to get the achievement is a bit buggy. Yeah, so it doesn't really rain that much here, is the truth. Like, we do have times where, like, that put the lie to that, but I can tell you that I don't just say that because I'm a Brit, because my Italian partner would also agree that actually it doesn't rain very much here. That's a myth. So, yeah, we don't have loads of rain where I live now. I have lived in other parts of the UK where it rains all the time, though. So, it's just the whole it rains all the time in London bit that's a myth. Other bits of the UK, it does rain all the time. Anywhere in the west of the UK, it rains all the goddamn time. Though if you listen to my parents who live in Wales, it literally rains every single day. Probably. This one? There's quite a lot of diamond down here. Oh no, this is crude. You might be looking at the crude. Oh, which actually... Ah, look, I see an oil reservoir. Amazing. Do you know what I don't see? I don't see any diamond. Do we not have diamond? Left, left, left. Left, left. Ah, here, yes. Okay. No, we do have some diamond. That is not what I would consider a big diamond pocket. There's some diamond. But, I'd like more diamond. We have a reservoir there, though, so that's cool. I've not had that much diamond before, I think. Oh, I don't like that. As you will all know, I built loads of stuff out of diamond in the late game. I found some diamond before. We might have to farm it from space then. Space diamond. How are we doing for food here? Not great. We've got another pup. Plus one that is old enough to breed. So it's about to have their first extra shovel. I think we might need to consider culling some of our critters in here next time, because otherwise we're never going to get this spun up. Mind you, the Pacu died quite quickly, so there's that. Hang on. How can these Pacu only be 5? So, when you print them from the pod, are they Pacu even though they're like 0? They print as Pacu even though they should strictly be fry. That's really interesting. I mean, it is obviously warming up a tiny bit in here because we're getting a bit more liquid carbon dioxide, which I would actually like somewhere to put. And I think the answer to that is we might chuck it down the bottom of here. Quite frankly, I think it works that way. Cool. So, to be honest, what we might do is we might build a thing. Oh, no, cancel that. A thing there, put a bottle emptier on it, and just chuck the liquid carbon dioxide down here. And it can turn back into a solid at the bottom of the map. Quite merrily. So that is interesting. I'm really enjoying this, Spoonwood. Thank you for recommending it as a challenge, because regardless of the fact that we've got a little bit to play it on easy mode, which I, completely accept, that we got really lucky, I've been enjoying it as a challenge. Indeed. Yeah, no, I really am. It's been quite cool as a challenge. Yeah, no, that's correct. Cancel. Oh, good grief. So yeah, it's sort of nice to... What is this on 5? That's fine. It's been enjoyable so far. And a bit different. And I like cold maps. As you know from watching me play Rime and be overjoyed with the nonsense that was Rime, I am also really enjoying this cold map. Whether I'd have enjoyed it so much if we didn't get stupidly lucky. Oh, we've still got Hexcellent there. Oh, I see. Did we never build these ladders? Cool. Right. Oh, that's some more food, which would be good. So I'd actually like to build that on a 6, because getting up there will be quite important. Oh! Yeah, it's cold enough over here. Oh no, I thought for a second we had some solid oxygen, but it's not. It's solid CO2. Nearly. Nearly. What did we find in here? Is this another... I think this might be another carbon dioxide vent. We'll have a look at it, but I think it might be another carbon dioxide vent. Have you seen any liquid oxygen yet? I have not. We haven't been anywhere that's actually cold enough for liquid oxygen. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I don't know. It just I mean, you need to get down to 190 C for liquid oxygen. And I don't think any of the map is strictly cold enough for that. Yeah. 100k isn't quite cold enough. So... You've seen it before. Maybe you had something that was giving you some more cold for some reason. But yes, nowhere on my map that I can see anyway is cold enough for liquid oxygen. Oh, for the headaches. Right. I don't know what Excedrin is. Drug names in the US are very different than the names we use in the UK on the whole. So it can be hard to translate them. You didn't play with a saltwater ocean though. Did you see it at the top somewhere, Spoonwood? As I say, I don't usually like the saltwater ocean. I mean, partly just because look at all this rubbish biome. We do have salt though. So if we do have any problems with oxygen, which we're not having yet, there is a sub-zero map where O2 is liquid. That's interesting. Right then, it's time to try some more pips. Yeah, none of these are doing the thing I want, and this one's a mouth breather. Right. Pips are going in the critter storage. Will they overcrowd? At some point things are going to overcrowd in here. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Right. Critter eggs. Pips. Acetaminophen and some caffeine. Is acetaminophen similar to what we call ibuprofen? What is your ibuprofen one? I don't know, because the only one I know the brand name of is Advil and Tylenol, but I think Advil is aspirin, I think, and Tylenol is paracetamol. I could probably Google. Let me Google. Twitch is experiencing issues. Looks fine. Streamlabs is telling me that Twitch has issues, so let me know if you run into any issues. No, but definitely my monitoring suggests that I am fine. Oh, it's paracetamol. Fair enough. Right. Okay. Oh no, there is some difference apparently. No, it's pretty much the same stuff. Right. That seems fine. Oh, Streamlabs. Excellent, Streamlabs. So, Streamlabs had an update today. Apparently that has not worked out super well. I'm gonna have to try and use the Twitch thing, which I don't usually use because Streamlabs doesn't want to play. No, Streamlabs not playing. So if I'm rubbish responding to chat, it's because I'm trying to use Twitch to look at my chat rather than Streamlabs. Is in Tylenol. Right, fair enough. Oh, now what? I don't want to edit the stream layout. I want to look at my chat, Twitch, because Streamlabs is having a crisis. Oh no, Streamlabs has sorted itself out. Okay, okay. Okay, yeah, that'll be fine. Sorry. Yeah, as I say, Streamlabs updated this morning. Apparently, its response to the update is to be super, super buggy. So thanks for that, Streamlabs. That's great. We're going to dig some of this out now so we can start to finish this. We don't have loads of Mafic, but we'll encounter Mafic as we move around. How are we doing? Building's broken, I know about those. We're not doing any research, that's fine. We are missing some stuff for insulated tiles. We have some Hexlant. You've seen people playing the 100k and having locks. Yeah, I haven't seen any, but that doesn't mean that there isn't any. It just means that I haven't got any here. It is! We've got 3 carbon dioxide vents. I mean, that's a bit disappointing, quite frankly. Where's the other one? Where was the other one? There. Disappointing, frankly. That's quite a good gotcha you've got there, almost Emily. I know you're not using it as a gotcha in that sense, but I just sort of enjoyed it as a... Now I think about it, you were there. I've definitely had those conversations with people though, where they're like, no, 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 and I'm like, hang on. You were actually there when we did this thing. So now I have to ask, is on Chestus someone I should be watching? Are they good? Will I enjoy them? I mean, obviously they don't need to be the best in any way. They more need to be enjoyable. Because I don't have many ONI streams I watch. So if people have people they could recommend to watch some ONI, I would enjoy that. You recommend Too Legit City. Hang on. That feels like someone that I may have stumbled across before, maybe when they were playing something else, or that I've watched for a second. Salford Sal I do already watch. She's currently doing Going Medieval, I think. You recommend the Max Top Binary. I mean, I do also watch myself play ONI quite a lot when I'm not streaming, so I suppose there is that. Oh, fair enough. Maybe I raided them? It's possible. It feels like someone that I've sort of stumbled along across, but not necessarily paid loads of attention to. Spoonwood. So, certainly would be interested to check that out if it's someone you enjoy. And Sal, yes, I do watch Sal. Sal is doing some Going Medieval at the minute. Ah, I see. Well, I can keep an eye out for people even if they're not. You know, one of the good things about Twitch is that there isn't really a penalty for Max is quite okay-ish. Fair enough. There isn't really a penalty for being like, oh, I'll follow these people in case they ever come back. Like, it doesn't really get in your way in any way, which is nice. I approve of social medias that don't punish you for following people. Right, let's carry on with our digging up here, because we're getting a bit of extra food from up here, which is nice. It's keeping us going while we are spinning up some hatches there. And hey, it's always interesting. I love to dig out the map. As you all know, I love to dig out the map. So the fact that the things we have mostly done is fiddle a tiny bit with the base, and it's... So it's 2-1 to Italy, but a great game to watch. Oh, maybe I'll watch it on catch-up, Dr. Trophonius. Imagine I can watch it on catch-up somewhere afterwards. I haven't really watched any of the championships. I've been keeping up with the scores and everything, but I haven't really watched any of them. Even the England games I haven't really watched. I suppose I might... Football, yes, sorry. Dr. Trophonius is a reasonable football fan, and I am more than vaguely interested. It would be unfair to suggest that I was only vaguely interested. I'm definitely more than vaguely interested. Let's see if we can catch this hatch and put it in our hatch storage. But yes, actually I was just thinking that I have a mate who... I don't know what time the England game is. If it's in the evening, I can watch it after the stream. Dr. Trophonius might know. Do you know if it's the... Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I get hyped for the championships a little bit, but I lose focus relatively quickly when watching a game. Fair enough. Jimorian seems like an interesting ONI streamer. He's played all Astrid types, taking a duplicate every 3 cycles until he has 24. That's an interesting challenge. It would take a bit long. And I wonder how long you have to sustain them to consider it a success. But it's certainly an interesting idea. Dr. Trophonius, if you're still around, do you or anyone else in chat know whether the England-Ukraine game is the first or second game tomorrow? Because if it's the second game, I might attempt to watch it after the stream. And, you know, socialise. It's the second game. Oh, cool. That might mean that we can do a stream and then I can maybe hang out with a friend afterwards and watch it. That might be nice. I'm going to speak to them tonight anyway, so I can ask them if they have plans for it, which they might already have. To be fair, we'll see. Thank you very much, Dr. Trophonius. So you're enjoying the game even though Belgium aren't winning yet? Which I wouldn't necessarily say means they won't win. They are a good side. How are we doing for time? Alright. So what are we doing? We're digging out over here. Yeah, no, I've really enjoyed this map. It's nearly 9 local time in London. You're looking at Greenwich Mean Time, but we are now on British Summertime, almost, Emily. Which is a completely pointless time. I am deeply against British Summertime existing, but what can you do? What can you do? Oh no, the game. Well, that makes more sense. Yeah, so that would be -2 hours for you. You're in Denmark, aren't you, Dot? No, Neo's in Denmark. You're in Finland. Finland for Dot. Yes. I got there just before you typed, I would like to say. But I did get it wrong initially, certainly. Yeah, I was thinking I was surprised that Denmark was 2 and not 1. But yeah, Finland makes much more sense because you're that much further east than me. No, absolutely. I would like to get it right. Cave. I enjoy a good game. Offensive play from both sides. Italian had slightly more success with it. Fair enough. It's good to see an exciting attacking Italian side. I mean, I do love some good defending, and the Italians are well known for the masters of it, but you know, they've had some amazing creative players. When I was one of the first footballs I got into, actually, like first football competitions I got into, well, the first one I remember caring about was Italia 90, which dates me quite a lot, I know, but yes, Italia 90 in Italy. Which they also won, was the first international competition I cared about, and from there I got into into Serie A, into the Scudetto, because it used to show on terrestrial television here in the UK, so like free-to-air TV. So yeah, Italian soccer was some of the first soccer that I really got into when I was quite young. And to be fair, the 90s were a heyday of Italian soccer in loads of ways. How are we doing? We have quite a lot of calories, which is good. We have some random meat, which I'm moderately surprised about. I don't know where that meat came from. Maybe a hatch that we were attempting to transport died. We didn't get it to where we wanted it to be. Hatchling eggs are there. Oh, we need to take the pip eggs out of here so that they hatch. There you go, pips. Shovels are slowly spinning up, which is what we like to see. This is a really big sandstone biome. Finland is, it would be GMT +3 almost, Emily. Because Britain is currently at GMT +1. First I remember was the 06 World Cup, which Italy won on penalties. 06. Japan was 02. Where was 06? By 06, I was here in London, Germany. Yeah, by 06 I was here in London, so we probably watched it, because that would have been during the time when I was living with the Chelsea fan. I think I've talked about it before, that I lived with a big Chelsea fan. Ooh, salt water. That's exciting. I didn't really look at the others. Was there a cook that I should have taken? I was just really excited by salt water because I want to put it in here. Sorry. I know, I'm supposed to pray properly. Yes. Yes, GMT +3 because I am on a weird time in London. I don't know why we can't just be on Greenwich Mean Time all the time. you know. Yeah, so I almost certainly watched it, but I no longer remember it. But I lived with a very big football fan then. So we definitely... Oh, we've never broken in here. Let's break in here and have a look what's in here. We definitely would have watched it. But yeah, Italia 90 was the first one for me. Right then, it is 9 o'clock my local time. I have a couple of calls to make and people to speak to. I will be back tomorrow. No, further, much further east, really. All things considered, Emily. Yeah, I will be back tomorrow with more of this. It's going pretty well. Dug out loads of the map. We're still largely living on forage, but we have... Thank you, my friends here. We have some shovels here who are coming along. We have a couple of adults. And some pups. So that's not doing too bad. We have these Pacu who will start producing us food in a bit. We have quite a little... I think a Drecko died. Maybe a Drecko got itself too cold. By the look of it, we should have 4 Dreckos, but we only have 3. So we have this little critter hangout where we're managing to keep a selection of critters, at least for a while. We have some hatches here. Oh, everyone's feeling a bit cramped. They're only cramped when the hatches are unburied, though, which is interesting. So they can probably cope with being cramped for like 2 hours a day. We've got a lot of interesting vents and geysers to explore. We will be able to get oil out of here in the fairly near future. We'll be able to make oxygen when this comes back. We've got loads of cool things. So I'll definitely be back tomorrow to carry on with this challenge. Thank you all for watching and for contributing and for lurking and for spending your max value points, for giving me recommendations of people to watch when I am not streaming, and for generally being a lovely chat. If you are not following the channel, make sure to do so, especially because if I'm going to watch the football tomorrow, I might try and be on at 2 rather than at 3 my time. But normally I am here between 2 and 3 p.m. I start between 2 and 3 p.m, which is British summertime, which is UTC or GMT +1. Every Monday to Saturday. We might also have a stream on Sunday due to partner being away on business, so definitely follow the channel if you're not, so you can be updated with all of those things. You can also come to my Discord where there are random screenshots of ONI and Crusader Kings and, you know, stuff. Pets to look at. Also, I've got some fox pictures to post in the Discord now I think of it. So I will post the fox pictures from my encounter with a fox last night in the allotment. If you'd like to support the channel, you can donate. There's a link on the About page. Fox pictures, absolutely. You can donate. There's a link in the channel, or you can subscribe, which is the best way to help me out. Oh, we're starving again. Hang on, let me pause this while I do my wrap up. How are we starving? We've got 1600 calories. All right, that's nonsense. Well, whatever. We'll still pause it while I do my wrap up. Yeah, you can subscribe to the channel, which is the best way to help me out. You can do it by using Amazon Prime or Prime Gaming if you have access to those, and it doesn't cost you anything more than you're already paying for your subscription. Otherwise, thank you all very much. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We are alive. The 100k map is doing fine. And we will be back for this tomorrow.